All right, folks. Hold on a second. I gotta get some air in here. All right. The Delphi case. Well, from the video that I've seen of Bridge Guy, the gait that he's walking down the bridge, to me, and the footage I've seen of Chadwell walking down the prison hall, escorted by the sheriffs, somewhat is the same. And I've also seen a couple things with Keegan Kline. With them. So the stance and the gait match with them, but I still think that the case blew up just from them two guys. Do I think Klines and Chadwells and everybody knew each other and whatever? Probably. They were all from that area. They all were in that little club, drugs, prostitution, you name it. So do I think they were all connected? Probably. That's why, they were saying, you know, it's it's probably more than they're looking for more than one guy. Now, was it Chadwell or Keegan Kline that actually did the killings? Well, we don't know. Were they there? They might have been. The police haven't released the information, but I can tell you this much. The video from the original phone was crystal clear, I bet. Meaning they got a close up of who it really is without it being fragmented or anything from it being a moving video. So, do I think many people were involved in this scam, whatever it was? It could have been a cover up, could have been a lot of things. We don't know. We're only speculating. But my guess, it does fit the gait of Chadwell, and it does fit the gait and the size and the stance of Klein. So, it's a toss up. I'm sure the police will put some more heat on these two guys. But I'm still going with, I'm sitting around having a nice cup of herbal tea. I opened up the window to let some air in here. A little bit of herbal tea with thyme, ginger, and honey. what do we know about Chadwell? Well, Chadwell was running his mouth all over social media saying that he belonged to some organization or club or whatever, gang, whatever it may be. Uh, and as he did a video, he had a girl in his basement tied up, a young 9-year-old girl. So he's going away no matter what. Now, if he was smart, he would cooperate if he knew anything or was there or anything, because they might cut him a deal. But here's the thing: it's a rat race to the finish. Same thing with Keegan Kline. His best intentions was probably to give up information, uh, and they'd go lightly on him. But sometimes them are techniques that the police use just to get information they need. So they might have spilt the beans on a lot of people, and that's why they're bringing in 60 to 100 more guys. Well, the sheriff out there, Doug Carter, said, I'm bringing in more dudes. So that tells you right there, it's bigger than what they really thought. Well, my hat's off to Mr. Carter, really, but it's stressful. You could tell he's stressed out. He needs a vacation. Take a vacation, Mr. Carter. There's a new sheriff, I guess, on the case. But I would stick with Carter's original plan and bring in 60 to 100 more dudes and get started on this case, because it probably blew up once they got the cell phone, the data. It probably bing, bong, bing, bong, bing, bing, bing. Some people were probably innocent, maybe fall guys for the big dudes, you know. Well, what do we got with Keegan Kline? Well, we got Keegan Kline all over social media and photos of him with giant bags of cannabis, gold rings, silver, money, cocaine, meth, evidence that he was probably one of the big ballers, shot callers in this organization, whatever you want to call it. Now, a lot of people say, wait a minute. Don't forget about Sean Harmon. Yes, I've looked at Harmon's gait and size and stance. And at that time in 2017, he weighed more than what he does now because he's been using drugs, heroin. He's lost some weight. But we don't know if, here's the thing, you know, that that guy's got a limp that's coming down the bridge. Okay. Chadwell's got same gait as bridge guy. But I can agree with some other people that, yeah, Sean Harmon actually has a gait like that. He's got a bad right knee or whatever it looks like, that we've seen in photos or videos that he's made. Now, I don't know where Sean Harmon came into this whole thing. I was 2, 3 years into the case before Sean Harmon even came into this thing. So I think Sean Harmon wanted to get a piece of the pie, or was somehow paranoid or connected and came out and said it was this, that. Uh, how else would someone know? Sean Harmon claims he knows exactly how the girls died. Only the killer would know that. You know. Thus entered Sean Harmon. Now, was Sean Harmon bridge guy? Well, maybe not. Maybe Sean was one of the other guys that were on the recording. We don't know yet. And of course, they would need somebody that was good at editing and stuff like that. And if they all were doing drugs, Well, enter Anthony Greeno. His phone supposedly, he was questioned about the murders, and his phone was taken. Little did we know he was wanted for meth and aggravated assault against yada yada yada. We didn't know that, you know. So what are we dealing with? Well, if these people ain't smart enough to see that it's a big group, well, we don't want these people investigating on our. We don't want to be paying these people tax money if they can't figure out that it's a big group. It ain't just one individual. That one individual's phone was connected to a whole bunch of people's phones that probably were dealers. That's you name it, a club, gang. Oh, it got interesting. It really did. It really did. But I'm going with it's probably them boys down there, and I bet you a couple of them took off, uh, maybe up into Canada or something. Uh, you know, so we're not sure yet. But do I think Mr. Carter was right that they're watching us? Yes, I think some of them might have actually came out with new crime channels that might have had something to do with it. I think Mr. Carter's onto something, maybe. We're not sure yet. FBI, CIA, you know, we're not sure. Homeland's probably in on it. Doppler radar, all that crap. Helicopter. We got it all. You know, satellite dishes and everything. But I do want to tap my hat off to them guys. Do I think the case did come to a standstill once they found out Anthony Klein was the one that opened the uh, Anthony Shots account? But here's the thing: I think the police were stumped because I think the same thing as the police think. I think Anthony Shots might have had a part in this and knew it. Maybe Anthony Shots wasn't even a cop when the murders happened in 2017. Maybe he wasn't even a cop then. We don't know. Maybe Anthony Shots is totally innocent and his photo got stolen just like so many of ours on YouTube and Facebook. Hint, hint, internet, YouTube, Facebook. We need better security. My photo was stolen and is posted all over dating sites. So does it happen? Yes. I still get emails from women halfway across the world. I've seen your photo on a dating site. They just take it and put it on another one, put it on another one, put it on. Next thing you know, your face is all over. I'm Johnny Dangerously 288. I'm Johnny Guitar, whatever. These are the emails that get sent to me. So, and then I have to go to them sites and take my photo down because my computer was hacked a long time ago and they had all my photos. And yes, I got witnesses that my computer was hacked from a file that I downloaded, a hacked plugin or something for my studio. So it's interesting to see what happened. We'll find out. You know, we, the people, me, you, the police, the government. It's a team thing as citizens. It's our right to help if we can with any information on anything. So, you know, that's my opinion. That's just my opinion. You know what? We ain't got nothing better to do. We might as well help try and keep the peace in our neighborhoods. And some of these neighborhoods are nutso, cuckoo nutso. Hey, what's up, boo boo? You're welcome here. Yeah, it's looking that way. It's looking that gait, that walk he's got. I looked at the gait, him walking down the prison hallway. I know it's close. But then again, I've seen Sean Harmon and that bad right knee that he has. That same as Bridge guy. He's got a limp there somewhere. And then I seen Greeno's gate. It could have been a bunch of them, and I wouldn't doubt it. If they were a club, somebody would have gave it down to somebody or asked for help. They would have helped them, or they would have passed it down to somebody lower in their little club, organization, gang, whatever you want to call it, folks. And someone else did the stuff. It's possible. I'm not taking anything off of the table. I'm really not at all. I hope I'm not yelling. If it sounds like I'm yelling, I'm real close to the microphone. I'm right here. It's sitting right next to it. So if I sound loud, please say, hey, it sounds like you're yelling, and I'll move away from the microphone. Let me get some of my tea. That hot herbal tea. What do you guys think? Anybody out there got any opinions on the case? I think the police are on the right track. Boo boo, what do you think? I think it's more than one person. I would like to know other people's opinion. Do you think it was one man that did this whole thing, all this stuff? I think it was possibly a setup, possibly to set somebody up. That's what I'm thinking, maybe. Possibly. I mean, there's 100 theories. Oh, yeah, there's a list. But here's the thing. I'm glad we got Chadwell because right off the bat, we could look at his gait from the news footage of him coming down the hallway in the prison for the court appearance. So that helped me look at the way he walked. And he does have shoulders that sloop a lot. Now, back in 2017, did he weigh a little more? I don't know, possible. Did he have extra clothes on? Because it was February, you know. Although it was a warm day, still, it got cold at night. Now, what if he was there? It's known that Chadwell at that time was supposedly homeless and a drifter or whatever, slept under bridges. That was, I don't know, the police giving clues. The police giving clues in the press release of you might be in the room with us. Well, there's only so many people that would be in a press release in a sheriff's department. Press investigators, someone close to the police, and that brought in enter Anthony Greeno. Why would the police look around? You might be in the room with us. We might have already interviewed you. Or you might have already interviewed us. Mr. Carter. What a great, I like that guy. I like that Mr. Carter, the sheriff, Doug Carter. That was a clue. Ah, God. Anybody? I know some of you out there are saying, who is this guy? Boo Boo, what do you think? What's your list? You know what? There ain't no bad list. I bet you there's hundreds of them involved. I bet you once the police got the data from the phones and the iPads and everything that these guys had, it just lit up like a Christmas tree. Bing, 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 bing. Is there anybody out there that actually watched the Delphi case besides me? Now, at the time of the Delphi case of 2017, I was doing nothing but playing guitar. And actually, that day, I put out a video. Uh, and it wasn't till years after, 2 years after the case, that someone suggested I didn't do so much music because of that time I had 200 videos on YouTube playing music. And I deleted a lot of them that I got copy strike on. So I went into watching these crime channels, and then well, I had crushes on some of these women that were in the crime channels, you know, doing the crime channels. Well, then I stopped watching the women, and I started watching other crime channels with dudes. Getting the lowdown on Delphi. Ah. You know, he led clues. He left clues, Boo Boo. You know, it wasn't until after a year or two, about a year, that we found out that after the murders that, or was it like 2 years or whatever, that they took Anthony Greeno's phone. Well, see, they knew about Keegan Kline 12 days after the murder. They went and got all this information, but it took time to go through and get all that data back with only one or two guys working on the case and all the information. It probably took a long time to figure it all out, and then boom, you know. Then Anthony Greeno's phone gets taken because somebody called him. He said the killer, but I don't know. Was it the killer, or did they find Keegan Kline's phone and information on the hot phones that he had? And Keegan Kline was selling dope, and boom, meth, pot, whatever, prostitution, maybe, who knows? You know, you got Anthony Greeno saying he belongs to a club. They ride motorcycles. You got Chadwel saying he belongs to a club. You got uh, what's the dude's name? Sean Herman saying he belongs to some club or something, meth or heroin or whatever. I mean, it just turned into a cascade of, and then you got people that they communicated with. and did drugs with and stuff like that. So boom, it just went boom, 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 boom. Let's read the comments, what Boo Boo has to say. Boo Boo is no fan of Doug Carter. Someone in another chat said the name Griggsy or something. Never heard it before. You Griggsy? No. Grasby? I can't read. Ashby? I can't read it from here. Is that a G? Hold on a minute. Griggsy. No, I don't know. I don't know who that is. I haven't heard anything boo boo about that. Another thing, the recording, the beginning of that recording, it's real staticky, crackly, poppily. But then you hear the second verse and it's more clear. Now, I'm no dummy. Okay, it might have been the wind with the microphone on a small camera. It might have been the wind. It could have been them walking. But we're hearing the beginning of the tape. And it's all crackly, poppily. But then the next verse, it's clear. And there ain't no static. Well, they're trying to say she must have put the phone in the pocket. Well, it wouldn't have been clear then. I don't know. I don't have the whole footage. I don't have the whole recording. I don't know. It could have been one of these guys was like the Joker in the Batman movie and actually committed the crimes with these guys, but set them up to take the fall. I don't know. It's a weird case. It's anything is possible. I ain't taking anything off the table. You know, Dog Lady. Dog Lady might have been related to the killers or part of their club. One of their BITCHs that they hang with for drugs, sex, might have been planted there to set the police up. Dog Lady was set there. These other people might have been actually there, but there as lookouts or diversions to set the police on a wild goose chase. Could have been. Oh, this is a humdinger of a case. I'll tell you that much. You got everybody that was a suspect. All of Indiana was suspects at one time. Even the police were suspects. We were looking at dogs. Everybody's suspects. What did all these guys have in common? Pit bulls, tattoos, pit bulls, gang affiliation, meth, drugs. All of them. Chadwell, pit bulls. Klein, pit bulls. You know, even Sean Harmon, pit bull, dogs. You know, Yeah. Well, the dogs usually are to protect the drugs. Uh, that's an old technique back in the day from the brothers in the hood. They get them pit bulls to protect it, and then the bikers do that too. They get pit bulls to put at their houses, protect the stuff, guns, drugs. It's not me saying this. This is knowledge that is all over the website, all over the TV. Nah, what a crazy world. Craziest dang Boo Boo says craziest dang case ever. I would have to agree. Boo Boo, are you man or woman? Not that it matters. I just want to know what gender I'm talking to because I like to treat women with respect and not get ignorant or anything. But I think I've already done that once or twice. Yep, yep, yep. You're a man and a woman, or just a woman and a man. I don't know, but it is crazy. I can tell you that much. We got a lot of work to do in America. Would you agree on that with me, folks? Would you agree that there's a lot more work that needs to be done in America for us to stand up and say we are the number one country in the world? That means crime down, scams, terrorists, all this stuff gone. Gone. Children not being killed, raped, sold, family members not being killed. Well, if we want to be the best, we got a lot of work to do. Hey, Candace, how you doing? I think we got some of these guys already in prison. I think we're working on getting more and hunting more people now. I think there's a bunch. Nah, I don't know. I'm retired now, disabled. Nah, they say I got a cracked melon. You just heard Rootskis are coming to Cuba. Well, they like to smoke cigars out there in Cuba. Oh, Candace, you must be in Cuba, huh? Are you in Cuba? How's everything going out there? Oh, no, you're not in Cuba. Is it a military movement into Cuba or just they're going there to buy some cigars? Well, they might be trying to work a deal with Cuba or something, but who knows? I wouldn't read all into this. With all the propaganda wars, uh, you tend not to buy some of this stuff, that they're pumping out. Well, I wouldn't worry, Boo Boo, or I mean Candace. Oh, I'm sure they're NATO's watching them and everything. La, la. So, does anyone else got any list of people that they think it is? Well, I have one other guy that I think it might be, but I don't want to mention his name. So I think they might have had four wheelers out there. That the killer actually might have had a four wheeler and drove out of there, or the killers. Very possible. Well, I think maybe they had a vehicle parked in the cemetery. Maybe that's possible. That would give them an alibi that they were there visiting. You know, somebody. I don't know. I don't know. Are they looking for a Pontiac or a Nissan? I'm not sure. Maybe both. Candace, oh, you thought about a four wheeler? Well, I even thought, no, not even a four wheeler. It could have been a dirt bike. Could have been a dirt bike. It could have been a bike. They could have biked in. I think it was more than one person. Why do I say that? Because I think it would be too hard for the one killer to control the girls without anyone hearing them. And supposedly there was all these people on the trail, dog lady, all these people the same exact time that said they seen these people there at Delphi, and no one heard nothing. Dog lady said she didn't hear nothing. She seen somebody. Well, it ain't making sense. It's you got two girls dead, and no one heard nothing. It ain't adding up. Sedan, yeah, a sedan, my friends, is like a Pontiac Grand Prix or something, or a Nissan, whatever that car is, or a Ford Fusion, or it's a four-door car then. A sedan is a four-door car. Now Candace was right about that. Now Candace, I don't know if there was a note left there. There was a signature left there, but the police never came out and said there was a note left. They said that there was signatures left there. And then it came out that the signatures and whatever was carving in the trees and supposedly on the girls' bodies. At first, there was nothing about a note that was left at the crime. Only years and years afterwards did this note, a pair, supposedly, this magic note. No, originally, when the stuff was released, there was no note. There was only signatures that the killer left behind. Uh, then Carter said no witnesses and none saw BG. And then to be said, the second sketch was from someone that was in the area. So which is it? Yeah, I know. Well, you know who that someone was a exterminator. He looked like the guy that is the exterminator around here. The guy must have weighed about 250 pounds, close to 300. Sort of looked like Keegan Klein. No shit, with a beard, a little bit of a beard. A couple years ago. Uh, well, probably, I don't know, 3, 4 years ago. Not sure, but anything's possible. I don't know. That they're thinking one of the guys that was out there now, supposedly from the new videos that are out, one of the guys that was out there could have been mistaken as bridge guy, but was really out there, they found out, as an exterminator. Probably a hired killer. He probably killed me. Sprayed all kinds of chemicals here. Probably DDT'd me or DMT. Who knows? I don't know. Oh, are you boo boo? Are you talking about that note or that drawing or something like that? That's the note everybody's talking about. That mysteriously popped up, and it's like a diagram or something with a whole bunch of crosses and pentagons on it, or whatever it is, stars. Candace O says AG left a note on the trails. That must be the note you're talking about, right? Everyone thought it was a note, but then it turned out to be some kind. Everyone's saying no, it's some kind of a map or something. Oh, JP, enter the nut job, JP. Uh, no, I don't think it was JP. Bridge guy? I don't think so. JP, the guy that worked at supposedly Subaru or whatever there. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. No, I don't think it has anything to do with it. Yeah, people have to remember there's going to be a lot of people that come out of the woodwork that say they're bridge guy, just like what happened in the Zodiac killer. A lot of people came forward and said they were the Zodiac killer until the police came out and said he's lying. It's for publicity or whatever, or for uh, and a lot of these YouTubers are going to try and throw in people into the case to try and throw people off. Do I think it might have been a trafficking ring? Maybe so. I don't know. Where's the 20 girls that Kelsey said was there when they dropped off Abby and Libby? Where'd they go? Candace O, if it was JP, believe me, the police would have been all over the news already saying it was JP. Here's a key thing. They took somebody's dog from one of their houses or whatever. I think they took Keegan Klein's dog from his house. Now, is it possible there was a dog out there? Maybe, I don't know. Could have been. Could have been DNA from the girls. Maybe the girls didn't die there. Maybe they were staged there, meaning they did cross the river, and maybe they were taken somewhere or something, and then maybe they brought the bodies back or something. I don't know. I don't have all the evidence. I don't have the crime scene photos to say there's massive blood, all over the place. Uh, so that proves to me that there was a massive killing right there at that spot. The girls succumbed to death right here where they stood in this area. I don't have that evidence. No, I know, Candace. It's nuts. I'm getting out of the crime business. It's over for me. It'll drive you nuts. And then you got other creators pissed off because you got it right. They didn't. Next thing you know, you got videos out there of them threatening to kill you, making videos of you, photoshopping it and editing it all out to make it look like it's you. I can tell you right now, some of the photos you people are seeing on YouTube of Bridge Guy have been tampered with. They're fake deep fakes, whatever you want to call them. They've been tampered with. I can take a photo of Bridge Guy and pull 5 people, 6 people's face out of it. Automatically, that told us right away when we were looking at it. Wait a minute, this thing is. We're seeing 4 or 5 different angles, faces in one picture. Well, right away, that's told us photoshopped and it was edited. So some of these photos that you people are actually seeing, that you people are saying is Bridge Guy, really ain't. They've been doctored up. Deep fakes, proving that some people got their hands on it and doctored it. It's not the original stuff that we're seeing. It might not even be the original recording. Somebody might have gotten a hold of it, edited it, that were real good. The only way you could do something like that, to have that kind of, you'd have to know how to edit real good, and you would have to have software to do that. So, is it possible somebody tried to pull a fast one and created the outcome through video and altering? And it's possible. This is nuts. It's nuts. We're on DEFCON 5 around here. Yeah, I got all kinds of stuff out here now. Just in case we're attacked by these nut jobs. You can't be safe anymore. I'm trying to get the Black Ops team to borrow me 2 Black Hornets. I put in for 250 cal tripods with cameras and motion detectors, but I'm getting a lot of heat from the Congress and Pentagon. What do you mean, Mr. Kramer? Can I get an M1 tank? No. All right. How about one of our new lasers that'll burn their eyeballs out? No. What a tangled web that goes. And as people on YouTube, we have to be safe because it's a proven fact that these guys are mixed up in clubs, meth heads, heroin. Uh, we can't be too safe. Prison, well, they might be trying to get to prison so they can call hits on people from inside the prisons and then turn around and say, well, we were in prison. It wasn't us. We're on DEFCON 5 around here. No, wait. Yeah, DEFCON 5. We were at 4, but I'm taking it to 5. Security. I got drones flying around. People are, it's UFOs. Did you see that? It was a cow. No, it's unreal. Last night I bought a roast, squirted ketchup all over it, and threw it in the field and carved it up. People were out there going, oh my God, it was a cow. I came walking out of the house here with 2 pieces of steak on my face. Hello, Claudius. People in the fields were going, oh my God, what is it? Palladino? Who are you talking about, Boo Boo? Palladino, where does his name? Oh, he comes in with the other. I wouldn't doubt it. Hey, is he from around there? Because if he's from around there and he's got a record and he might be connected somehow to one of these guys. He might not have been the killer, might not have known anything, but maybe through the drugs or whatever that they were, or the kiddie porn or trafficking that these guys were doing. You know, I would imagine they're still looking at Anthony's shots. How do you not know your photo's been stolen? As soon as I knew my computer was hacked because I was getting stuff from YouTube and Facebook. Your photos were, or your account, someone's trying to log into your account. And iPhone 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think I even had a 3 in there. Do they even make an iPhone 3 or whatever? I was getting messages in my email from Facebook and YouTube. Someone is trying to hack into your account or log into your account with a cell phone. I'm like, I don't own a cell phone. I do not have a cell phone anymore. I'm like, sick 'em, Fido. I told him, call the authorities, call the Pentagon, bring in ships, everything. I don't know, Boo Boo. Where do you think Paladin, if you're still out there, where do you think he comes into this? I think he's probably just somebody's figment of an imagination. Maybe somebody had a grudge and threw his name in there or whatever. I don't know. Then again, he could be the killer. We don't know. The only people that know are the killers and the authorities. Well, does JP know Keegan Klein or any of them guys? I don't know. There has to be a money guy. There has to be somebody that's dealing with all this money from the drugs, the kiddie porn that they probably were selling, whatever it may be. Enter the Klein family, Tony and Keegan. You know, yeah, I agree with you, Candace. So I think something was up. Something. Who knows? Maybe JP's a terrorist and was supporting it all. We don't know. I mean, there's so many theories out there. Maybe the police knew something we didn't know why they called off. Maybe here's the main thing. Maybe they did search that area with drones and dogs on both sides of the river, and the girls were not there. That would bring in stage exit, meaning they took the girls somewhere. Meaning, if we are ever shown them crime scene photos and there ain't massive amounts of blood everywhere, is as gory as Sean Harmon and all these people are saying it was, there would be evidence that the girls died there with massive loss of blood. Now, if we get the crime scene photos and there ain't massive blood everywhere, excuse me, then them girls didn't die there. They could have been brought back. It would make sense if they supposedly searched that whole area, even with thermal drones, and found nothing and went back the next day and the girls were there. That would make sense that the girls might have been killed somewhere else and dumped there, or not even killed somewhere else, just was taken somewhere else, and they might have did bad things to them and then brought them back and killed them where they were found. We don't know yet. There's all kinds of theories. But I'm going to stop talking about the Delphi case because whenever I do, I get attacked by something. It's like choking me. I cannot cough all day, but as soon as I go ahead and turn on the camera and start talking about something, it attacks me. Well, that's what I feel like. I don't know. Too many 33s in Indiana. Candace, oh, what are 33s? I'm not a superstition guy. I don't know what it means. What? Can you fill me in on it? I mean, I don't look into superstition stuff too much or numbers too much. Only when it comes to certain stuff like COVID-19. If you do the numbers on it, translate the letters into numbers, it's something to do with the devil. Yeah. Oh, Manson. Oh, yeah. And I think Manson was from Indiana or something like that. Yeah, too many. Too many of them around. Yeah. The Watsons, the Braddocks or whatever, Maddox or whatever. I think his real name was Maddox, and he changed it to Manson. All kinds of people that were involved in that. You had the one guy that was with the Mansons, the Smith dude. And, yeah, all kinds of people. It could be a group of nut jobs. It could be Charlie Manson himself from the grave. Satan worshippers. Unbelievable. Anyone else got anything to say about the case? I think we're on the right track, and I think I'm still going with it was more than just one person that knew about all this. Now, all these guys involved might not have been actually there or knew what was going on, but how did they get connected to Keegan Klein and all these guys and Sean Harmon and Green? Probably the drugs that they were selling or whatever, and the gang or club that they were in. Now, do I know if any of this stuff, for the record, is true? No, this is just our theories. We're going off of all the information that's already out. We didn't make Sean Harmon shoot up heroin on YouTube. Sean, you might live where it's legal to smoke cannabis, uh, but heroin is illegal. Turn yourself in. You know, uh, they're probably looking for you for heroin now. You're shooting heroin on that's illegal. I don't know. Cannabis, they probably can't do if you're in a state. Well, see, a lot of people are mistaken. I got to catch my breath. Cannabis is legal in a state, but if the federal government wants your butt, they can come into that state and charge you with cannabis. So I'm just helping you people out. I have nothing against cannabis. I am a supporter of it. I think they should legalize it. It'd save us a lot of money locking these people up for a doobie or cannabis. It's like alcohol. Tax it so we can put money back into you know our communities and help people. Alcohol kill you faster probably than the cannabis. Who knows? Yeah, now they got to investigate the Masons because Sean Harmon's running his mouth saying that his dad's a Mason and he was affiliated with all this stuff and it was a big gang, the syndicate. I mean, there's probably a lot of people that are coming into it. Now, there might not be no evidence to anything that Sean Harmon is saying is real, but they have to investigate it now because the Masons, Sean Harmon bringing the Masons name up into it, and the biker clubs, all these guys said on camera that they belong to some club. Now the government has to investigate all these people. And the Masons might not have had nothing to do with it. The gangs might not have had anything to do with it. You had Sean Harmon, the syndicate, the mafia. They might not have had nothing to do with it. Sean Harmon might have just been trying to cause trouble for other people. We don't know. But the government is going to have to investigate that. And that's bringing heat down on the Masons and the mafia. Now, do I think the mafia or Masons would kill two little girls? I don't think so. I really don't. The real Masons, no. The real mafia, no. Not two little tiny girls. Well, my opinion, Candace, you're right about that. That's why I think they should legalize the cannabis and go after the big stuff that's really killing people. The meth, the heroin, the big stuff, that fentanyl and all these pills. Uh, that all you got to do is do it one time and you're dead. Whatever happened to Anthony Greeno? Everyone's saying he's in prison or whatever. I don't know. I haven't seen nothing. I haven't seen him come out and say Anthony Greeno, is in prison, the police or anything for this or that, this or that. What people fail to understand is things can be faked on YouTube. Information and data can be altered and implanted and faked. And I think the government and everybody is starting to realize that most of the information on the internet has been compromised. You know, it could be hackers hacking the internet system, implanting false information. Is it possible? Yes. My God, if they can hack into a military defense system, they can surely hack into Google or the internet system. So, do I think it's been compromised and we're all being watched? I think Doug Carter's right. They're watching us through the internet. Killers could be, I don't know. I know this. I'm not going to blame the Delphi killings on the Russians. I know a lot of you people are trying. It was not the Russians that killed them two little girls. Okay? It wasn't the mafia. It was these idiots out there that were probably a big gang wannabes. They probably all got caught. I don't know. We'll see at the end when it's all over with and the case is over. Would you agree on that, Candace? So we really can't. All we're doing is making assumptions. We're close. We might have solved the case for them, but we really don't know until we have all the evidence. Until we're looking at the crime scene photos. Now, Sean Harmon has gone nuts because I said, I want to see the whole video. I want to see the crime scene photos. I want to see it all. Well, Sean Harmon got mad at me and started making videos. You're a sicko. Why would you want to see it? Why would you even want to hear it? Because the evidence is in the proof. The evidence of solving the case is in all the video and in the crime scene photos, the DNA, and you have to look at that to solve anything. So there's a lot of people that don't want that information out. And I believe it's because the truth is on video and recording and in crime scene photos of what really happened. That would make most of these YouTubers look like they were a bunch of scammers. Boo boo. Anthony Greeno is in witness protection. I doubt it. I doubt it very much. He called me threatening. I've never met Anthony Greeno in my life. He's called my phone. He even left me a message in Facebook when I did a video on him and what I thought about that I'm not buying all their story and that they created. And then Sean Harmon was on video saying Anthony Greeno used him like a wet condom. And Greeno owed him this and that. And it just, I was like, very interesting. Then I did a video on the Evansdale killings. And I was investigating that. And then I must have struck a nerve with Greeno because I got a message through Facebook saying you're endangering people's lives. And I said, no, I'm just trying to save people's lives from you lunatics. Greeno's probably on the run still. I'm waiting for him to put out a video, photo op of him with another cop. I'm waiting for Michael Catt to pop up. Why? Because the authorities have caught these guys in so many lies. YouTubers have caught them in so many lies. No one believes them. You got Anthony Greeno on camera crying to Graz, help me. Tears running down his face, begging people to help him. That was on his own video. Now, granted, he could be an actor. He could be doing it all for acting or whatever. But you have him on there going cuckoo. You have Sean Harmon on there going cuckoo. You got him begging for other YouTuber channels to come in and save him and help him. And I was like, oh boy, we're onto something. I mean, come on, the proof is in the pudding, ain't it? You got Harmon going cuckoo, shooting dope, all kinds of stuff. He just popped in a year ago. All this time, he says his dad was the killer, but only a year ago did they enter Sean Harmon into YouTube. Are you seeing what they did? Well, they implanted Sean Harmon. I'm thinking, somebody, a lot of us are thinking, oh, they're implanting this guy into his case for a reason. Something's up. Yeah, but Candace O, why did he lie about the case? Was he getting drugs from these guys? Did he know these guys? Did he get in a drunken stupor, drug filled, and do something and then try and cover it up or something or whatever? We don't know. Boo boo, what are you thinking, boo boo? Boo boo says, oh, if you folks can't see, there's my chat. So I'm reading off of my chat. Boo boo, let us know what you're thinking. You're a woman, right, boo boo? Did you say you were a woman or a man? Boo Boo was a man in Fred Flintstone, wasn't he? I think so. Boo Boo in Fred Flintstone. Excuse me. Candace O, did you retract that or did someone delete you? You retracted it? You're allowed to do that here. You're allowed to voice your opinion in this chat. You can say, you know what, you're an idiot. I'll say, you know what, you're right, but not too much of an idiot to ever go out and do something like this to somebody, like what these idiots have done. Come up with false information. All the information I collected was from YouTube channels and other channels that put out evidence and stuff uh, and documentation on the Delphi case. Now, whether that documentation was fraudulent, we don't know yet. I'm just being honest. They're trying to, they can come up and say, where'd you get the internet? Everything we found out about this case, this was an easy one to solve. These idiots were cracking on camera themselves. They were coming into my chat, threatening me, threatening other people's channels that were in my chat as I was live. Nah, they thought they were going to get the little guy. They thought they were going to get the little guy. We're going to stomp all over him. We got gangs, all kinds of stuff. But let it be known that this little Irishman, went against the big numbers and the big YouTube channels. Supposedly, law enforcement has his phone and something about his car stolen the day of the murders. Oh, ain't that a coincidence? Ain't it? Huh? Ain't it? Ain't it a coincidence? Ain't it? Just joking, Candace. Nah, I need a security team. I'm up in my security. These guys are trained. They can fire upon authority. These guys, I got to bring them in. World's gone nuts. I need security here. I broke this whole case open like a lollipop. Well, no, that's Kojak. Nah, I broke this case wide open. Boo boo, go right ahead, girl. Have a great night, you all. Boo Boo, stick around. This chat's all about you. Voice your opinion. He had help. No, he did. Boo Boo said he did have help. I need to up my security. I got more UFOs coming in. Just do not ever call in a tip. Oh, are you kidding me? They already know. They're watching. Doug Carter ain't stupid. They're watching. Just as the killers are watching. You know, I don't need to call in any tip. The police already know what's up. They want proof. They know I got proof. They know what I say is the truth of what happened. You know, I didn't go into Sean Harmon's live chat, and start uh, getting crazy or anything. I interviewed Sean Harmon. He came into my chat. I have no idea who he is. The only way I seen him was on a couple videos that were out. I was doing a live on the Delphi. He came into my chat, wanted to explain his whole thing for 2 hours. He posted the same thing over and over again. That his dad was the Delphi killer and his son and all this and that. Same thing, 50-50, you know, same thing 50 times. And I said, I know, dude. You already said that. You know. No, I don't know. But like I said, I don't have no beef with these guys. They had a beef with me because I just didn't buy their stories. Now, I'm not saying Sean Harmon is lying. I don't know. I don't have all the proof. I wasn't there to see how the girls were killed. I don't know. That proof was never put out yet by authorities. For all I know, the girls are alive. I don't know. Until the evidence is all put out to say this is what happened, this is the evidence, here is the proof, then we'll know. That is a good question, Candace O. Candace O is wondering, I just wonder, did AG or MK ever give their DNA that they claim was requested by law enforcement? Well, here's the thing. We don't know that. They could have came up with videos saying, oh yeah, well, I offered to give, I turned in my DNA. Sean Harmon saying, well, I gave my DNA to the ancestry. No, Sean, that don't count as law enforcement wants your DNA. And Sean Harmon has said that on his videos. I already gave my DNA to the ancestry to find out who I'm related to. That's not law enforcement. And with their policies that they have, they would not release that information to law enforcement. Probably not. So digging up your ancestry with DNA is different than law enforcement wanting your DNA. So we don't know, because these guys could have came out with video saying they weren't wanted, and oh yeah, we already gave our DNA to, we're not suspects. We already, nah, I'm under attack by something. All right, I'm going to cut this video short. Now remember, folks, don't take anything off of the table. Bridge guy is still out there. He might be just like Mr. Doug Carter is saying, they're watching us. Meaning, Mr. Carter knows, we are watching the crime channels because I think that's how they're connected. Is maybe they were being paid to make these fake videos up or whatever that they were putting out to throw people off. Could have been. I don't know. I just wish my phone would stop ringing 24/7. From the time I get up in the morning till probably 7, 8 o'clock at night, probably about 7 at night, the phone is ringing. I don't know. Telemarketers, hot phones. Who knows? Candace, oh, you have a good night. I'm going to cut this video short right now. Everybody out there, be safe. And remember, don't let these people wrap you up into their madness, into their drama, into their whole spiel. Don't get sucked into falling in love with a woman on YouTube and then you find out she's married. In the Bible, they call them Jezebels, but I'm not going to label anybody, anything. Who am I, Lord, to label anybody? But if we go by the Bible, luring us in to be sinners, no. I don't want to be a sinner. Candace O, thanks for stopping in. Boo Boo, thanks for stopping in. Did we have anybody else? I think Lynn stopped in. Lynn stopped into my other chat, my other video I did. And I got to take a break from a while from YouTube, guys. My voice is shot. And every time I do a video on Delphi or something, I get attacked by something. I don't know what it is. Be safe and keep an eye out for storms. The weather's changing. Good night.